their campaigns in Busan and South Gyeongsang province today, continuing efforts to win over voters in the southeastern region. Lee Jae-myung of the Democratic Party visited the UN Memorial Cemetery in Busan to pay tribute to Korean War veterans. He also called for accountability over former President Yoon Suk-yeol's failed martial law plan and proposed measures to modernize the shipbuilding industry using AI and robotics. Kim Moon-soo of the People Power Party toured a traditional market in Jinju and visited the Korea Aerospace Administration in Sacheon, pledging support for key industries like aerospace and shipbuilding. He also addressed public concerns following Yoon's impeachment, stating he would respect Yoon's decision on whether to stay involved in politics. Lee Jun-seok of the New Reform Party visited Busan National University, where he had lunch with students and reached out to young voters. He dismissed the idea of merging his campaign with Kim's, saying it would lack real synergy. SK Group has launched a new data protection committee to strengthen cybersecurity across its affiliates following a major data breach at SK Telecom. The Information Security Innovation Committee, led by SUPEC's Council Chairman Choi Chang-won, includes key affiliates like SK Cooperation, SK Innovation, SK Hynix, and SK Telecom. External cybersecurity experts from academia have also joined as official members. The move comes from the April 18th breach involving the personal data of around 25 million SK Telecom users. In response, the company is offering free USIM replacements and automatic enrollment in its USIM protection service to prevent identity theft and fraud. In local news, Busan is ramping up summer disaster readiness. Mayor Park Kyung-jun held a meeting with local agencies today to finalize plans for floods and heat waves. The city is focusing on 5 high-risk areas, including underground spaces, slopes, rivers, construction sites, and coasts. Afterwards, Mayor Park inspected 2 flood-prone sites, the Sumin District's stormwater facility and the Oncheon No. 5 bridge. He stressed early action, saying citizen safety must come first. Busan's alert period runs from tomorrow to October 15th. Busan has been selected for a national public-private investment project for the second year in a row. The Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport chose Seogu District for its 2025 public-private win-win investment partnership supporting the creation of a medical and healthcare startup incubator. The city will launch it with a 9.1 billion Korean won investment through 2028, supporting new businesses and job creation. The project supports Busan's 15-minute city vision and begins this fall after final approval. In international news, an Israeli airstrike has killed 28 people and injured dozens at the European hospital in Khan Yunis. Local sources report that 6 bombs were dropped simultaneously, striking both the hospital's inner courtyard and the surrounding area. The Israeli military said it conducted a precise strike targeting Hamas militants operating from a command and control center located beneath the hospital. And now for today's weather. The current weather in Busan is mostly clear with a temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. The temperature will average around 17 degrees Celsius this evening. And that wraps up this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BFM 부산 영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM 부산 영어방송.
Coming up next is For Your Busan with Nick Greenwood. BFM 부산 영어방송.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Busan is good for culture and arts. Busan is good for startups. Busan is good for sustainability. Busan is good for travelers. There are many reasons why Busan is a good place to live. Now, what is your first reason? Well, hello there everybody, my name is Nick, and welcome to For Your Busan. Let's kick off the show with Busan 바캉스 by Skol and Haha.
화장을 안 해도 돼 생얼로 렌트는 내꿈에도 싱글로 네 여자친구들도 내 남자친구들도 돈 걱정하지 말고 다 불러 Before wrong, right and wrong 절대 후회 없는 girl 그대가 원하는 것이면 뭐든지 해줄게 오늘 밤 Let's go! Everybody come to 해운대 Everybody come to 광안리 Everybody come to 동백섬 Everybody come to 남포도 Everybody come to 자갈치 Oh we rockin' with the 아가씨 Oh we rock, 부산 바캉스 길을 잃어 헤맬 때 별이 보이지 않을 때 해줄 것은 없지만 아직도 끙끙대며 걱정하는 그대 이 노래를 불러요 쓸데없는 생각들은 하지마 우리는 서로에게 말지마 가끔씩 다른 여자 눈길이 가도 내 마음은 항상 너니까 We fall wrong, right and wrong 절대 후회 없는 girl 그대가 원하는 것이면 뭐든지 해줄게 오늘 밤 Let's go! Everybody come to 해운대 Everybody come to 광안리 Everybody come to 동백섬 Everybody come to 남포도 Everybody come to 자갈치 Oh we rockin' with the 아가씨 Oh we rock, 부산 바캉스 Oh we rock, 부산 바캉스 One love Take out Run the slogan Everybody come to 해운대 Everybody come to 광안리 Everybody come to 동백섬
Busan 바캉스 by Skol and Haha, welcoming you to For Your Busan this Wednesday hump day afternoon. How you doing, everybody? My name is Nick. Hope you're having a great day so far. Now, many of us, I know not all of us live in Busan, but many of us do, and many people have visited here. When asked why you think Busan is great, you might pause for a moment because there are quite a few reasons, right? You know, for me personally, it's the beaches, the kind of relaxing atmosphere with everything you need from a big city. Now, in the beginning, I did kind of overuse Busan's slogan, Busan is good, to share why we love this city. Now, to spread that brand even further, Busan's public institutions are stepping up. 11 of Busan's leading public organizations, including the Busan Global City Foundation, the Busan Tourism Organization, and the Busan Cultural Foundation, are joining forces to launch a year-round public campaign. Their goal is to promote the Busan is Good City brand and make Busan the true global hub city. Each institution will contribute messages that reflect Busan's unique identity and future vision based on its own role and expertise. These public interest messages will air in relay format on BEFM radio continuously. So keep an ear out for the voices of Busan's public institutions. Now, yesterday, while talking with Steve about the Subion Waterfront Park, we both expressed our disappointment that it wasn't, we couldn't really drink or eat there anymore. However, after double-checking the rules, it is only alcohol that is prohibited. Eating other foods is still allowed. Steve, I hope you're listening. And with seafood restaurants and convenience stores nearby, we can still grab lots of delicious food, just no alcohol, and enjoy a picnic outdoors while admiring the Gwangan Bridge. So now we'd like to hear your thoughts about this topic. Let us know what you think of Busan, the things that come to mind when you think of the good parts. Got some love coming in on the channels on YouTube Live and Kakao Talk as well. We've got Benny Nim coming in first saying happy hump day, happy mid-week day, Wednesday hump day, Benny Nim. Good to see you as always. Soy Nim as well, bright and early, saying Nick, hi, 이제 좀 더워지나 봐요. 아이스 라떼 마시면서 듣습니다. Oh, that's awesome. I guess after coming back from 출장, you've got a little bit of time to relax. That's good that your company is giving you some time, I hope they are anyway, that you can enjoy a nice ice latte while listening to the show on a hot day like today. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad. I hope the rest of your day is also very comforting. We have Sangmin Parknim as well coming in, saying hello. Also, Drift Monkey Nim, good to see you, my friend. Han Songi Nim messaging in, saying, good afternoon, Nick. Going home early today. Yay. That's awesome. On a Wednesday. What's the occasion? Or maybe just you have a nice boss who's letting you go home early because maybe he's having or she's having a good day. That's good news anyway, Han Song In. Get home safely and enjoy your evening like you deserve. So, if you want to message in, but you're not quite sure what to say, I'm going to let you know today's text topic. Today's text topic is about describing yourself in two words. 나를 영어 단어 2개로 표현한다면 어떤 단어로 표현하시겠습니까? If you could describe yourself in 2 words, 2 English words, or if you're not Korean, maybe try Korean words, how would you describe yourself? Words, not sentences. Words, just adjectives would be good. Send your messages to #9050, sharp 9050, should cost you 101, a Kakao Talk message, or a YouTube Live comment. You don't need to feel humble. Brag a bit. 자랑 좀 해보세요. We want to hear the best things about you, right? Don't feel any shame. Don't feel like, I don't want to brag. I don't want to boast. That's all good here. Okay, anyway, I'm going to let you know what's coming up in the show today. In the first half, we're going to have Busan Times, where we catch up on the special news of Busan with a new guest today. We have Busan City Media Division Officer Kim Kyu-bi. We're also going to have Nick's Deep Dive, time to share my thoughts about everything in the world. And then Busan by Chance, discovering the familiar yet unfamiliar side of Busan through the eyes of a foreign reporter. In the second half of the show, we're going to have On the Mic, stories of Busan locals encountered on the streets of Busan. Ask Me Anything, where we find all the creative answers in life with Melissa. And Busan Quiz Master, of course, a daily interactive quiz with prizes to be won. Now, today is Wednesday, so it's pizza day today, right? So in the second half, if you participate, get the answer right, and are fortunate enough to be picked by our lovely writer, then you could be going home with a pizza coupon. So there's a lot to play for today. Keep sending your messages in to us. Han Song-i님 clarifying, saying, I went on a 출장 and it finished early. Oh, awesome. Awesome. 고생 많으셨습니다. You've probably worked really hard. Go take a good rest and enjoy the rest of the show. Keep messaging in for your chance to win some prizes as well. Drift Monkey Nim saying, I'm scared for when I visit Korea again. It's already getting hot and it's not even 장마. Yeah, you said you're coming back to Korea, right? If you're coming in July, get ready, because it's going to be absolutely baking and sweltering. You're going to sweat, but if you're in Busan, you've got the lovely beaches here, so you've got nothing to worry about. All right, everyone, don't go anywhere, because Busan Times is coming up next.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is now 4:15 in the afternoon. And usually in this segment, we have Claire here giving us the local rundown on everything that's going on in Busan. But as you can see, we have a new guest who I'm meeting for the first time as well. 안녕하십니까?
안녕하십니까.
반갑습니다. Could you introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, I'm Kim Gyu-bi working at Busan City Hall and I'm representing my team media division of Busan City Hall now.
Yay! Let's welcome everyone to Kim Gyu-bi, who works at the Busan City Media Division. You're an officer.
Yes.
That sounds like a very high rank.
No.
It's not. It's a pleasure to have you here. I guess so we can know a bit more about you personally. Do you want to answer today's text topic, which is 자기 자신을 영어 단어 2개로 표현한다면 어떤 단어로 하시겠습니까?
I think that's a good question for a job interview too.
It is.
Yes. I think it really depends on the mood. But for now, it will be energetic
Okay.
and active.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Do you do sports?
Yeah, I do
Okay.
quite a lot of sports, but because of the weather today,
It's getting warm. Yeah.
the weather getting warmer, and I feel energetic and active.
Okay, that's great. Always good reasons to pump up the energy in this room. Does your job? Can you give us a quick, rough rundown of what does it encounter? What does your job do really? What do you do for the Busan City Media? I'm curious. That's why.
Okay, so I'm a public officer, but I'm also a content creator working at the City Hall. So I do some plannings and filming of the content you see on social media.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Brilliant. Well, it's lovely to get to know you more, and you're here to bring us the lowdown, I guess the inside news on what's going on in Busan. So please take us away. What are we going to be talking about today?
So today I brought some issues that we think very important for Busan now. And the first item will be sports paradise city.
Okay.
부산은 스포츠다.
Right, so it sounds like we're getting Busan news straight from the person who knows the best. So let's kick things off with this energetic paradise city, Busan은 스포츠. Or what's there's a Chinese character here.
Yes.
What is that?
많을 다. So
Okay.
it means a lot of sports.
Okay, all right then. So Busan is the place of loads of sports, variety of sports.
Yes.
All right. So what is this? What is this exactly?
Okay, so if you scroll through Busan City's Instagram, it's sports everywhere. As the proud host of this year's National Sports Festival, 전국체전, the city is producing a wide range of sports content to spark interest and get citizens involved.
Oh, the National Sports Festival is coming to Busan this year.
That's right.
Okay.
For 7 days from October 17th to 23rd, Busan will transform into the stage for a major sports celebration with 20,000 athletes competing across 50 sports.
Wow, that sounds exciting. Are there any interesting categories this year?
Yeah. Did you know aerobics and hip-hop are part of 전국체전?
No.
Plus, foot volleyball, 족구,
Yeah,
and
okay.
jiu-jitsu are this year's demonstration events, 시범 종목. So there's something for everyone. And our media division is also creating behind-the-scenes content showing how the athletes are preparing. So keep an eye on our feed.
Awesome. What kind of sports are you most into then? Do you do foot volleyball, or because you said you do like some sports? Is there one that you maybe not in the summer, but in the spring or the winter?
I don't know, it's a good answer, but I really enjoy walking outside.
Walking. That's the
Yes.
best exercise,
Walking
I think.
and running, it's easy to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And the beautiful coastline and 온천천.
Yeah, 온천천 is the best place.
It is.
Yes.
It'd be nice if there was more parking there, but still, it's a lovely place. So this is awesome. Does that mean we're going to have to wait until October to join in? Could we maybe start breaking a sweat any sooner?
You might have joined the first Busan Nakdong River Slow Triathlon Festa on May 3rd. That's a long name.
Yeah.
But if you missed it, no worries. There are more events to come. For this month, May, we've got the Busan Citizens Walking Festival and also Big 5 Sports Festa in Park Golf, volleyball, tennis, and bowling.
Wow. Okay, there is quite a variety then. And like you mentioned, we can follow it all online through Busan City's social media.
Yes, stay tuned.
So we're plugging it right here. Do you want to say what's the tag or the handle name? Is it just Busan City?
Yes, it's just at Busan City.
There you go.
That's all.
Check it out if you're a sports enthusiast. All right then, let's move from sports into something different. This is some good news for families. And Busan is officially the #1 city in Korea for raising children.
That's right.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Because I always hear news that, Busan is a quickly aging society, but we're always going over these new benefits and these new programs that the city is doing to encourage, more child-friendly things. So it looks like a lot's going on. Can you explain this to us?
Yeah. 5 years ago, Busan was recognized as a UNICEF child-friendly city. And in the 2024 Child Wellbeing Index, Busan's children were found to have the highest quality of life among all cities in Korea.
Wow, that's impressive. What do you think the secret is in Busan?
It is Busan City's family-centered policies, and one of them is called the 애지중지 policy, which means cherish like a treasure. So it includes tailored services like infant care, part-time at-home care, and extended hours at daycare centers and kindergartens.
That's got to really help busy parents, for sure. In one of the, a lot of parents I know, they're like about body couples, so they both work. It's difficult to, raise a kid sometimes. But with these facilities, it can make it much more feasible.
Yeah, I hope it really helps the busy parents.
For sure, yeah. So, I've seen lots of no kid zones around before.
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
And while many places are turning into no kids zones nowadays, Busan has launched welcome kids zones across the city. And one great example is Nalak, a network of free cultural spaces that serve as both libraries and playgrounds. And it's now in over 80 locations. And each Nalak has a different theme, and you can explore them on Busan City's Instagram too.
Right, this Nalag is a really good concept because it offers a lot of free programs, a lot of things for maybe people who can't afford sending their kids to, expensive hagwons all the time. And there is one in Busan City Hall, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone working at Busan City Hall is basically a regular there, because it even has a cafe inside.
Oh, so the parents can enjoy it, the kids can enjoy it, everyone can enjoy it.
Win-win. The City Hall location also offers free English classes for kids too.
Awesome. Wow, there's a lot you can do there then. It sounds really useful. Coffee for parents, English learning for kids. Great situation, win-win for all, like you said.
Yes. And starting in June, Busan will launch the Busan Children's newspaper too, giving young reporters a chance to cover local events, festivals, and performances from their own perspective.
From these, you can see why Busan is the top city for raising kids. And hopefully that keeps going up as well. And we see some big changes here. Fantastic stuff. So today we covered Sports Paradise and Welcome Kids City, both happening right here in Busan. Kim Kyubi, your title, your official 호칭 is 주무헌님?
Yes.
Okay. I've never really heard that title before. Is that officer, like an officer?
Yes.
Okay.
But you can call me QB.
I'll call you QB.
Yes.
We'll be friends from now on. All right then. Thank you, QB. You can call me Nick.
Okay.
This was your first time on For Your Busan. How did you find it?
I might watch myself on BEFM's YouTube later and regret everything I said.
You did a fantastic job. Was this your first time on radio?
Yes.
No way. You honestly, you wouldn't have. Would you, PD? You wouldn't have guessed it. It seems like you've done it before. So
thank you so
I think
much.
you're going to do great. It was a pleasure. And thank you for walking us through everything. And remember, everybody, that May is a month full of sports and festivals, as well as being the month of family. So it's quite a full month. And wherever you go, there's something happening. So let's enjoy it. QB, it was a pleasure. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Yes, it will be on the 28th.
Brilliant. Okay. See you. Take care until then.
Thank you.
All right, everyone, let's take a quick song break and we'll be back. This is Disconnected by 5 Seconds of Summer.
Life's a tangled web of cell phone calls and hashtag I don't know. And you're so caught up
탐구생활. Call me. Now, when someone asks you this, how do you usually feel? Those seemingly harmless words can send some people to the brink of a nervous breakdown, as everyday communication increasingly relies on texting. In Korea, some individuals are even seeking therapy to overcome their fear of speaking on the phone, since this crippling phobia can cause problems at work and in daily life. But this isn't just a Korean phenomenon. Telephobia, which is an anxiety about handling phone calls, is spreading worldwide. In Japan, for example, more companies are hiring specialists to train young employees in answering calls. Some businesses even outsource their incoming calls to telephone answering services, which screen and forward calls on the company's behalf. Many young workers find answering the office phone so stressful that they'll quit rather than to do it, and some admit that they've never used a landline at all. A recent survey of Japanese adults over 20 years old found that about 60% of anxious calls, or those anxious about taking calls, and a striking 75% of respondents in their 20s said answering the phone is a challenge. By definition, a telephone is a system for transmitting voices over a distance using wire or radio. But perhaps we need to update that definition to describe a device we now often use simply to send text messages instead of talking. So, how about you? Does the sound of your phone ringing make your heartbeat increase, or does it bring a welcome sense of connection? Yeah, I feel this. I'm not the biggest fan of being on the phone. If somebody calls me, if it's one of those numbers that's 051, it's like that means that's a Busan dial code, and it's usually from a company or a bank, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to talk to the bank. I don't want to talk to an employee. I don't like talking to those people. If it's someone I love, if it's, a family member or a friend, 저는 상관없어요. I like it. But it's when it's a number I don't know, I start to get a bit clammy, and I don't want to answer it. But I'm afraid if I don't answer it, I might miss some important information. So how do you feel about that, hey? Anyway, welcome back everyone to the show. It's 4:31 in the afternoon on a Wednesday hump day. Hope you're doing well. We've got some messages coming in, particularly related to today's text topic. Now, today's text topic is asking you to describe yourself in a couple of words. Be nice, about yourself. Don't be too humble. Don't try not to brag. This is your chance to tell us the best about yourself. 나를 영어 단어 2개로 표현한다면 어떤 단어로 표현하시겠습니까? 오늘의 텍스트 토픽 질문이었는데요. We've got some messages, got a lot of them coming in actually, which is good. We have 젤젤젤님, sorry about that, saying energetic, active. That's awesome. That's the same as QB, who we had in Busan Times. Energetic and active. I think those are great qualities to have. We also had 한송이님 saying 2 words to describe me, adventurous and resilient. Those are good. Or I can imagine you being somebody who likes to go on an adventure, like traveling. Or you like to go outside of your comfort zone, maybe go to another country, try some food you've never tried before. That's awesome, 한송이님. I feel like I'm getting to know people a little bit better with this. 소이님 saying, AI한테 물어봤어요. 요즘 저랑 가장 대화를 많이 하는 친구라서요. AI가 저를 표현하는 2 단어는 luminous 그리고 depth. Luminous depth래요. We combine them into one phrase, I guess. That's luminous, kind of like 밝은, right? 이 밝은 성격이랑 좀 착하고. I guess that's what it means. You're very bright, you're very kind, a positive ray of sunshine. I would say that's correct. And depth. Ooh, depth. That's good. You seem like a deep person. You think about things. You have a complex layer of emotions. That's good. I don't know what to think about, though. AI is now your best friend. Remember, it is, in a way, a glorified word processing unit, in a way. The definition of artificial intelligence, I think, is used quite liberally these days. But still, that's good to know. And it's probably quite accurate. Also, saying there's another one that they use. There's an 웃긴 버전도 있다고 하셨는데요. Whimsical, therapist, soul barista. That's really whimsical. That's very artistic. What does it even mean? You like to make Seoul coffee or things like that. Quite funny. You know what? I might ask AI what it thinks of me as well. It probably won't tell me much because I barely ever talk to it, maybe once a month or something. Okay, well, who else do we have? Jinli-nim coming in. Good to see you. How are you doing? It's always a pleasure to have you here. Okay, we have Cecilia Jungnim. Welcome to the show, saying, me? Clumsy and clumsy. Oh no. Hey, we all get clumsy times, don't we? We all, do you mean clumsy like dropping things? Like you pick up a mug and then you just drop it and it smashes? Or maybe socially clumsy, like very awkward? That's fine. You know, thank you for being honest, Cecilia Jungnim. You can treat this like some kind of therapy, if you like. 소희님 saying, 니가 아마도 romantic hermit. Oh, that's pretty... I don't know about romantic. I don't know what my wife would say about that. But hermit, for sure. I like staying at home a lot of the time if I can. Any more, please send them to me. Jinli-님 saying, 저는 grace and witty. 상반되는 단어죠. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I think they don't contrast too much. I think you can be very graceful, but have a bit of subtle humor as well, I guess. That's good. 내 안에 공존하는 나. They coexist together within you. That's awesome. That's good. These are really good things about all of you. 상반, that's what I thought you meant, yeah. All right, keep sending them to me to pound 9050, 샵 9050, should cost you 101, Kakao Talk message, or a YouTube live comment. Don't go anywhere, because coming up next we have Gina, who's going to take us around Busan and also delight us with her lovely voice. Before that, though, let's take a song break. This is 여보세요 by Winner.
핸드폰 없지 못 사는 앵글 전화 열통에 통은 나의 실패 네 친구한테 방금 물어봤는데 모른 데 두려 나쁜 생각이 자꾸만 물어 가뜩이나 요새 사고도 많은데 잠 못 자는 이대로 사실 난 믿어 심지 않아 미치겠으니까 Come here baby 여보세요 여보세요 어디세요 무슨 일인데 왜 안 받는 건데 혹시나 한 번 더 역시나 여보세요 babe 12시 지났네 유리구두 대신 문자 남겨줄래 집착이란 건 절대 걱정야 잠들었대도 오케이 내 믿음은 여전해 한 번쯤 내 생각은 해야지 또 눈으로 맞이하는 아침 그때 마침 걸려오는 전화 모닝콜 어쩜 좋아
혹시나 무슨 일 있는 걸까 불안해 미치겠으니까 Come here baby 여보세요 여보세요 어디세요 무슨 일인데 왜 안 받는 건데 혹시나 한 번 더 여보세요 걱정돼요 많이 왜 안 받니 왜 안 받니 왜 안 받니 왜 안 받니 내 예감이 맞지 않게 날 잊기 전까지 별일 아니겠지 갑작스러운 뭔가 있겠지
고개를 도리도리해 사실 조마조마해
폰 떨어지려 해
여보세요 여보세요
여보세요
어디세요 무슨 일인데 왜 안 받는 건데 혹시나 한 번 더 역시나 여보세요 걱정
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is now 4:39 in the afternoon on a Wednesday hump day, which means it is time for Gina. Hello.
Hi everyone. Hi Nick.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Yeah. How's the week treating you? It's getting warmer these days.
I know. Yeah, I'm like sweating a lot.
Yeah.
Actually.
You're wearing a jumper though in this hot weather.
That was a bad choice.
Yeah. I always make those mistakes. I think it's going to be cold, and I regret it. So before we dive in, I want to ask you today's text topic. Now, today's text topic is about describing yourself in 2 words. So if you had to describe yourself be honest, 좀 자랑 좀 하셔도 돼요.
2 words?
예, 영어 단어 2개로 표현한다면 어떤 단어로 하시겠습니까?
어려워요.
Don't hold back. Be like amazing or whatever you want to say.
영어?
Yeah, English.
Okay.
Oh, don't be shy.
Willpower? No.
Willpower. That's 2 words.
Oh, okay. What's that one in English? 의리?
Like loyalty? Or like no, willpower?
Yeah. Like doing something. Working hard.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. And then
Okay, working hard. That's 2 words. I'll accept that. Working hard. That'll do. Anyway, wow, that's quite a hard question, I guess. Let's make it harder. You pity. How would you describe yourself?
Myself?
Yeah, 2 words.
I don't know. That's really difficult. But I will describe her.
Okay, she'll describe Gina. Go on then. Singer. That's a 명사, not a 형용사.
Yeah, that's a pretty hard question.
We're gonna say cool and amazing. Energetic. Happy. There you go.
감사합니다.
There you go. This is easier, I think, when you text it because you can think about it and then send. If I ask you on the spot, it's a little bit. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
All right. Anyway, so you're
Don't
here,
worry.
of course, to take us through the city of Busan. Some places that we might ignore, actually, if we're on the subway or the bus. I'm looking forward to where you're taking us.
Sure. So today I brought 3 photos too. Those 3 photos are from Haeundae. I live in Gwangan, so I don't really go to Haeundae that often.
Yeah, it's kind of like the 2 rival beaches, right? Yeah.
So, but I went to Haeundae last week for my friend's birthday, and they're having Haeundae 빛축제, light show. There.
Is that happening right now?
Oh, I'm sorry. The 모래 축제. The sand
okay.
one.
The sand.
Yeah.
Okay.
The sand, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that a couple of times.
Oh.
It looks so perfect. I feel like it's almost like it's AI generated because it's so good. But they started doing that way before AI was even invented. It's really incredible. And I saw the people climbing up there and sculpting it and stuff.
Yeah.
It's insane.
So the 모래 I think it's still on though. It's still going on.
Yeah.
Till next week, I think.
I wonder, is it a
Yeah.
special type of sand? Because if it rains, usually it should melt.
Oh yeah.
Do they
true.
mix it with something or?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So-
Do we have any pictures or anything?
Sure. So the first one I brought today, this one is the
This is the 빛축제.
빛축제 light show. So this one was like I think it's like 2 or 3 years ago.
Is it frozen?
Yeah, Frozen.
It looks amazing.
Oh, it was actually during the Christmas season, and I went there with my coworkers. I mean, my ex-coworkers there. So after 회식, a Korean 회식.
Okay.
So I think like and the color, like you can see the color here is like all blue.
Yeah.
But they have like they have other different colors. But for this photos, I capture the blue one here.
Okay.
And there are castles, and the blue lights look like ocean.
It does.
It's like Frozen, actually, the movie Frozen.
I thought that was like Elsa's castle or something like that with the snow everywhere.
Yeah, and it was pretty cold that time because it's Christmas season.
For sure.
So, yeah.
But I think sometimes when it comes to light festivals, it's nice when it's cold because you're wrapped up in a warm, maybe longpadding.
Yeah.
You're walking through that. Because it's cold, it's more romantic because you got to huddle up to your partner. So, I think it's cool. Do you go often whenever it's on there? Or?
Well, I mean, not really, but this one was meaningful for me. It was because I went there with my coworkers, and they helped me a lot to, to get used to the Korean working life here.
Okay.
So. And we are still friends.
Okay.
We still keep in touch.
Awesome.
So that's why I think, that picture was pretty meaningful for me
So
to
good.
remember it.
To keep touch with your colleagues. That's hard because they're not like you.
They're all Koreans.
Okay, there you go. We just got some information. The Haeundae 모래축제, the Sand Festival, is officially from May the 16th, Friday, until the 19th.
The 19th.
Then they have the sand sculpture exhibition from until June the 8th.
Wow.
So that's a Sunday. There you go. It goes on for quite a while, but it's fascinating.
Maybe I should go back again.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Yeah, and
Where are you
the
taking us?
second one, yes, it's the 모래축제.
Okay. You stayed in Haeundae.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I brought some pictures for Haeundae this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, some good things for Haeundae.
Wait a minute, I see a digger over there.
Yeah.
Isn't that cheating? Isn't that cheating? Don't they have to do it all by hand? Or are you allowed to use diggers? Or is it to just gather the large dumps of sand and then they sculpt it?
They didn't show us how to do it though.
Yeah, okay.
But okay, so I took the picture for there are different status there, but those two on the pictures, one is Sejongdaewang,
Okay.
I think, and one is a lion.
I saw that one.
Lion King?
I remember walking past that live, and I just remember how incredible that was. I just don't know how they get so much detail in there.
Yeah, how did they do that?
And I think it's magical, but bittersweet, is that they spend so much time and energy creating these wonderful 작품, and then they have to get rid of it. It's only temporary.
Yeah,
and then maybe they'll do it again the next year. But it's got to be a really odd feeling, all of my work, when the festival comes to an end. But I'm sure lots of pictures will keep it.
There are lots of tourists taking picture for Sejongdaewang.
Yeah.
Because you see it from K-dramas a lot.
True.
Yeah.
In Seoul, there's a big...
Gwanghwamun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where it is. Him sitting on a throne or something, right? What else did you see there?
Well, there's a lion, but I don't think it's Lion King. It looks like some Korean traditional, some lion creatures.
Okay.
I don't really know what's the name.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I took this picture. It was probably around the evening time, around 7 or 7:30 something.
Recently.
And I went there with my, of course, the birthday girl, that friend, and another friend from South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, and we had some fun things there too.
What did you see?
Well, there was small episode. There was a little boy with his family. They're from Australia, and then the boy lost his toy.
Oh.
And then everyone was trying to looking for him.
Really?
For the toy.
Oh.
So everyone was trying to help.
Did you find it?
Well, not me, but someone found it.
Okay.
So yeah, that was pretty sweet. So the parents, they're from Australia, and they said, oh, we want to stay in Korea more because Korean people are so nice. I mean, Busan people are so nice.
Yeah. That's great, honestly. And I'm glad that everyone kind of looked together for this lost toy.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Well done.
Yeah.
Where's the third place you went to?
So the third is still in Haeundae. We're still in Haeundae, and it's the Haeundae traditional market, Haeundae 전통시장.
Yeah.
So I took this picture. So that was right after the 모래축제.
Yeah.
So kind of early evening time. And this picture is just showing the 길거리 inside of the 전통 market. And I mean, I like the lights hanging on there, the yellow lights there, and you can see on the picture there are lots of 길거리 음식, street food there.
Yeah. It's great. You can see all of like the kampan, lit up in the lights. It's very vibrant. And you're right, at nighttime, something magical about it.
Right.
What I like about that place is because I know there's a lot of like 곰장어, right? Lots of it on display. So you get a lot of tourists being like, what are they doing? Because it's kind of shocking to see it for the first time, right? The kind of 꿈틀거리는 거. But it's really interesting. I think it's great. Do you have this? I know China is very big on its markets. Do you have similar kinds of ones?
Yeah, I mean, like those kind of places reminds me, you know, the markets, the night markets in China too. Like after school, I went there with my father. You know, went for any 장보기, something like that, and we buy some food. Like one of my favorite food is 훈제 chicken.
It's like smoked chicken.
Yeah. Like we have the similar one in China, and also I think in Korea they sell 시장 통닭 in the market too.
Okay, yeah. You see a lot of online stuff about people eating scorpions and tarantulas in Chinese markets. Is that true?
Yeah,
Did you eat them?
I don't.
You don't? Ever?
I mean, in
Never?
some areas, like some cities, they do eat that.
Do you like 훈제 통닭 or
Yeah,
whatever? Okay.
yeah. I like
Fair
easy things.
Honestly, I would love to go to China. I would try a scorpion without even thinking. I would try it. Anyway, we've come to the end of this part. This is what I'm sure a lot of people are waiting for. Your lovely voice to send us to Lullaby Land in a way, I guess.
Wow.
Tell us, what are you going to be singing today?
So since we were traveling in Haeundae today, so I brought some songs. Like, you know, it feels like you're having a 바다 산책.
Okay.
Like you're walking on Haeundae Beach.
Yep.
So it's kind of that kind of feeling songs. It's called Blue.
All right, let's take a listen.
Yeah.
Morning eyes, I could stare like watching stars. I could walk you by, and I tell without a thought you'll be mine. Would you mind if I took your hand tonight? No, you're all that I want this life. I imagine we found love and up under moonlit skies with you. I think I'll picture you with the way the ocean's colors on your face. I'll leave my heart with your head. So let me fly with you. Will you be forever with me? My love will always stay by you. I'll keep it safe, so don't you worry a thing. I'll tell you I love you more. It's stuck with you forever, so promise you won't let it go. I'll trust the universe will always bring me to you. I imagine we found love and up under moonlit skies with you. I think I'll picture you with the waves, the ocean's colors on your face. I'll leave my heart with your head. So let me fly with you. Will you be forever with me?
you very much.
That was
감사합니다.
Our Wednesday private show here from Gina. Thank you so much. People, of course, loving it, saying, 소희님 saying 너무 좋아요.
감사합니다.
지민님 saying Gina 부럽당. 만학도 영은님 saying, 오늘도 기호강합니다. It's always a pleasure on Wednesdays, Gina. Thank you so much for sending. I feel like I want to go to the beach and relax now. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Wednesday.
Yeah, you too. See you next weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
All right, everyone, we're going to end the first half here. Make sure you don't go anywhere because we'll be back very soon. We're going to listen to 찰란 by 나상 현시 밴드.
조금은 덜 울게 되었고 마음을 속이고 별일 없다는 듯 말하는 게 익숙해졌지 난 너에게 전해주고 싶어 사소한 말일 뿐이지만 언제라도 다시 찾아올 것 같았지만 그때의 꿈들은 두고 온 것 같은 불안한 마음뿐이었지 난 너에게 전해주고 싶어 사소한 말일 뿐이지만
부산영어방송
부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는 항구도시 부산. 이곳 부산은 계절을 물들이는 다양한 축제로 늘 풍성합니다. 봄의 시작을 알리는 봄꽃 축제부터 부산의 여름을 만끽하는 바다축제, 전 세계 영화인들이 모이는 부산국제영화제와 새로운 시작의 해맞이 축제까지. 부산의 축제는 우리의 열정을 가득 담고 있습니다. 바쁜 일상은 잠시 뒤로하고 특별한 시간을 선물 받는 바로 이곳 부산에서 우리의 삶은 축제가 됩니다. 축제로 하나 되는 부산, 여러분은 어떤 축제를 기다리시나요? 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
꿈의 가치를 생각합니다. 빛나는 아이디어로 도전하는 청년의 꿈, 새로운 기술로 시작하는 스타트업의 꿈, 더 크게 더 높이 성장하는 유니콘의 꿈. 가능성과 잠재력에 주목한다면 꿈은 무한한 미래가 됩니다. 현재보다 미래 가치로 모두의 성장이 모두의 미래가 되는 사회, 우리가 함께 만들어갑니다. 이 캠페인은 기술기업의 스타트업부터 스케일업까지 함께하는 혁신 성장 플랫폼 기술보증기금이 함께합니다.
The weather is so nice today. I'm sure this won't be a big deal.
A 3-second long lapse in judgment can burn up an entire mountain, which will take 100 years to recover. We can protect these lush forests if you follow these guidelines. First, do not bring flammable materials to the mountains. Second, do not cook or camp in the mountains. Third, do not litter cigarette butts. Your small actions are the first step towards protecting the beautiful forest. This campaign is brought to you by BEFM 부산영어방송.
Want to be a friend of BFM 부산영어방송? You can chat with BFM through our Kakao Talk service. You can share your messages and photos through Kakao Talk, and you can easily become BFM's Kakao friend by searching BFM through the Find a Friend option. Come share and chat with us at BFM anytime, anywhere for free. Don't forget to add BFM 부산영어방송 to your Kakao friends list.
Man, I haven't got a chance. I call him.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
포열 부산?
포열 부산 아닙니까?
원래는 울산 사람이니까 포열 부산 내리죠 이렇게.
포열 부산.
포열 부산.
할까요? 포열 부산. 잠깐만요.
You're now listening to For Your Busan.
Hello, welcome back to My Life, My English. Joining us today is Ju, who is a student at Busan National University and is here to reveal his English journey. So welcome, lovely to meet you.
Hi.
Shall we kick things off with a little bit of self-introduction?
Good afternoon. Thanks for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Ju. I'm currently majoring in business administration at Busan National University. I'm self-motivated and focused person, so I have achieved my bucket list until now. I have a short-term goal, getting a job with speaking in English. It would be a nice goal for me to increase my border of knowledge in the world. Finally, I wish to appear on TED to send my message directly to the world.
That's fantastic introduction. Thanks for sharing. We also want to ask you about how you get to know BFM.
It was a coincidence to me because my professor let me know there is a chance to cast on the radio program while she was counseling on me. At first, I was hesitant to take it because I have never had experience of broadcasting. However, if I decline on it, I felt there's no more moment to do it again. Therefore, I will do my best while recording.
Okay, we are so glad you did. And look where you're now. How did you get to learn English for the first time?
To be honest, I started to learn English when I was 4th grade of elementary school. But at that moment, it was confused for me to understand what the right expression or pronunciation is. I usually sang songs easy to memorize rules of irregular verbs, or I just write down vocabularies on paper again and again, which makes me feel lazy and bored. So I had quit to keep learning English until when I was 18 years old. However, I make a breakthrough to feel interest back. I'll tell you on later question.
I love that. And any moment that you think, yep, this English thing is totally worth it?
Of course, I could travel around Korea with international friends in a semester. They showed their feelings to me that I would never have. For example, 2 of my friends from Netherlands, which is the flattest country in the world, enjoy climbing up mountains. It made me even fresher, broadening my sense of how I deal with the world. From this experience, I could have my book.
That must be refreshing in every sense, and to turn that into writing, I mean, I have no doubt you can do that. And so, listeners love practical tips. So, what's your secret sauce?
There are several ways to improve your English. I would like to suggest that repeating a series of drama or movie. There's no more effective way of studying by mimicking scripts. By doing so, we could get more natural and right expressions undoubtedly as the result. For example, I have done it twice of an animation at first called Puss in Boots. Since it is interesting and easy to learn the script, I could build a milestone to desire the other stories, such as Aladdin and Frozen. After 6 months, I could grab a beer with foreign friends without translator.
Can't beat learning through stories. You've come this far with this method, so I'm curious, what's the next chapter in your English journey?
I'm preparing to study abroad to Spain in the next semester. Since people in the country are not familiar with English, I must have to use the language when communicating with friends or taking a class. I hope it will be a precious experience to broaden my depth of knowledge than before. After returning, I'm going to plan to be a Korean diplomat to make Korea a way better country than before. I wish I could convey what I have thought to audience through TED after retiring from the job.
Korean diplomat. Honestly, that's amazing. Can't wait to see where the journey takes you. Muhan, it's been such a pleasure having you, and thanks again for joining us. This was My Life, My English. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you to Yoon Seo-jin for bringing us today's My Life, My English. And the interviewee today was Jumu헌, who is a business administration student at Busan National University, aiming for a job that involves using English. He learned about BFM radio through his professor, and he did have initial hesitations, but he took the challenge, and we heard his voice there, which was really inspiring to hear. Like a lot of people, he did learn when he was in school. And because when you learn a language in school, it's not always the most interesting thing. So he lost interest, but he regained motivation again at the age of 18. And he plans to go to Spain, and I guess he's even going to learn Spanish, which is fantastic. Going to be speaking several languages by the end of this. So thank you very much for sharing your story. And this is why we have this segment, because we can hear the voices of the wonderful people who make up this city. Well, the time is now 5:06 in the afternoon. Officially welcome to the second half of the show. Good to see lots of people coming in. We have Dinim waving in. Hello there. Is this your first time or have you changed your name? If not, welcome to the show. We have Busan Ajanim as well, saying banga banga, welcome. And Umpanim, 안녕하세요. Good to see you, my friends. I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. 만옥도 영어님 is answering today's text topic, which is asking 2 English words to describe yourself. 나를 영어 단어 2개로 표현한다면 어떤 단어로 표현하시겠습니까? 오늘의 텍스트 토픽 질문입니다. They said 저를 표현하는 영어 단어 2가지라면 positive and cheerful인 것 같아요. 원래 성격이 낙천적이기도 하고 만학도 학생들을 가르치려면 항상 명랑쾌활해야 되기도 해서요. So you got to be kind of like happy and positive to teach, I guess, people who are studying later. And they're very optimistic. That's good to hear. I like that most people that are on this chat are very positive people. It makes me want to become a bit more like that as well. Thank you for sharing. Cecilia Jungnim also saying, if I don't have to be humble, then, because earlier she said clumsy, but now I said don't be humble. She says, fine, cute and pretty. That's good. That's great. That's what I want to know. Thank you, Cecilia, for letting us know what you feel about yourself. Cute and pretty. Anyone else? Don't be shy. Tell us. 고수님, 부산 아재님, 음파님. Anyone else? Please tell us what kind of person you are in 2 English words. You can send your messages to pound 9050, sharp 9050, which will cost you 101. KakaoTalk message or a YouTube live comment. Lots of ways to participate. Now, coming up next, we do have a chance for you to participate. And if you do, you could win a prize. You could win pizza today with our Quiz Master segment. So make sure you stick around for that. You're going to want to get involved, have a bit of fun. It's a great time. All right, everyone, we're going to take a song break and then we'll be right back. This is Mad by EJ.
I'm still mad, and I shouldn't be, cause it's sad. What you did to me, it's so bad. Should be done to me, but I can't help that. I'm still mad that I never said nothing. Silent as I took your jabs. Really thought you were someone worth trusting. Living as your punching bag. You took an arm in the leg and broke my heart when I heard all of the things that you said. You really pulled back the curtain to what goes on in your head. You thought of me as a burden, I thought of you as a friend. I'm trying to be a bigger person. Every time you pull me down, but I'm uncertain if it's working, cause whenever you're around, I'm still mad, and I shouldn't be, cause it's sad. What you did to me, it's so bad. Should be dead to me, but I can't help that. I'm still mad that a friend of me stabbed my back like an enemy. It's so bad. Should be dead to me, but I can't help that. I'm still mad. I'm still mad. Yeah. I'm still mad that you made me feel less than. Divided my heart in half. I felt whole thinking you were my person. Now I'm solving all the aftermath. You spun the words in your plot. I was playing the victim, you never thought you'd get caught. But your logic was missing, your crying won't never stop. But now nobody's listening, I'm no longer your prop. I'm trying to be a bigger person. Every time you pull me down, but I'm uncertain if it's working, cause whenever you're around, I'm still mad, and I shouldn't be, cause it's sad. What you did to me, it's so bad. Should be dead to me, but I can't help that. I'm still mad that a friend of me stabbed my back like an enemy. It's so bad. Should be dead to me, but I can't help that. I'm still mad. I'm still mad. I can't help that. I'm still mad. I'm still mad.
(5월 24일) 토요일 오후 1시 영화의 전당 야외 무대에서 만나는 작은 지구촌 축제. 영어와 음악이 함께합니다.
BFM All-Star English 공개 방송. Hello world, let's be friends.
저 에이시아 푸기
And me, 민수.
그리고 개그맨 이상훈,
감사합니다.
가수 와니와 아론, 래퍼 윤비까지 이 라인업 실화.
From a fun English quiz to a freestyle rap battle, get ready for a time full of laughter, music, and making new friends with All-Star English.
May 24th, Saturday 1 p.m. 영화의 전당에서 우리 그날 친구 할까요?
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is now 5:12 in the afternoon on a Wednesday hump day. A very nice day, very warm day. I hope you're enjoying it. Or if it's too hot for you, I hope you're inside staying cool and staying out of the sun. Wherever you are, thank you for joining me today. We've got a few messages coming in about today's text topic, which is asking you 2 English words to describe yourself. 영어 단어 2개. Let's have a look here. We had 음파님 saying introverted. And then we have Busan Ajanim straight after saying extroverted and talkative. It's fair enough. We're all different, varied human beings, right? I'm more with Umpanim when I'm not on the radio, of course. I don't really talk to anyone. So I think I feel with you, but I do appreciate extroverted people because we need people to be talkative and help society function. We had Sang-Yun-nim saying, I'll use positive, then active, which pretty much describes who I am. You know, I would say you're active for sure. You're positive as well, but I know you do a lot of stuff which you explain. Every now and then you tell us, which is really cool. I would say that's quite right about you. Positive and active. And 음파님, 확실히 카풀이 좋네요. 이리 글도 쓰고 룰라. So you're doing carpool, so you got your hands free to type. Awesome stuff. But I guess tomorrow maybe you'll be driving. Then you'll just have to listen, right? But enjoy your hands-free day today. Now, the time is 5:14 in the afternoon, and it's time for Quiz Master. This is another quiz that we're having, but it's not just any quiz. It's your chance to win a pizza coupon. Today is Wednesday, so we are giving away an upgraded prize of pizza. All you have to do to win this is message in the answer to the questions that I will give you soon, and you could win the prize. So today's quiz is Busan Subway. Busan 지하철입니다. The Busan Metro first opened in 1985 with 17 stations, making Busan the second city in South Korea and the third on the Korean peninsula to have a metro system. Now, there are 6 lines with 158 stations, including Busan Kimhae Light Rail and Donghae Line. So, every Wednesday, we're bringing one subway station in the Busan Metro. If you get the station's name correct by our hints, you could win a prize, so please tell us what you think. Alright. 네, 오늘은 부산의 한 지하철역에 관한 힌트를 듣고 어떤 역에 대한 이야기인지 맞춰주시면 됩니다. 오늘은 어떤 역으로 떠나볼까요? You ready? Get ready. Pound 9050, 샵 9050, to cost you 101. KakaoTalk message or YouTube live comment is the way to answer. Let's listen to the hints. So you ready, everyone? Let's dive in. Hint number 1. As of 2024, it was the only station in Busan with market in its name. Oh, so if you know your Busan 지하철s, this has got to be a really good hint. So there is no other subway station in Busan with market in its name as of 2024. The station, this is hint number 2 by the way, the station building has 6 floors. And the restrooms are located at exit 1. That's such random information. Okay, there you go. 6 floors. That's huge. That's not a 지하철역. That's like a building. It's like the building that we're in right now. 6 floors. There's got to be a big one. Okay. Another hint. A large agricultural, wholesale, traditional market sits nearby. So, the station becomes very busy with customers around the holidays. There is also an arboretum. I never know how to pronounce arboretum. I don't know how to pronounce this word properly because I've never said it except on the radio show. So, this arboretum, the largest arboretum in Busan, and arboretum, by the way, is a place where trees are. It's the largest one in Busan, and it's very close to this station. Sorry, that was the hint. This largest arboretum in Busan is close to this station. Okay, there you go. Now, as of 2024, the station serves 3,829 passengers per day, that's quite small. It's not very much, is it? I swear we like last time we did 점포역, right? That was like 지난주였죠. And that was like 20,000 per day. So this is a considerably less popular station, but there you go. Okay. Let's have a look at some messages that we've got. We've got Sang-Yun-nim saying 자갈치 시장역. Okay. Also 임성환님, welcome to the show, saying 자갈치역. Saying the same thing again. And then 임성환 saying 깡통시장역은 없습니다. Correct. There is no 깡통시장역. That the closest one would be, I guess, 자갈치 or 남포동, right? They're both pretty close. Sang-Yun-nim saying Okay. I think, okay. Shall I read? I'll read that one. 반야농산물 시장역. Okay. If that is a real place, you never know. 차영동님 as well. Thank you for your answer. Welcome to the show, giving his option 2. Now keep sending your messages to pound 9050, 샵 9050, should cost you 101, KakaoTalk message or a YouTube live comment. We're going to take a song break and we'll be back. This is 지하철에서 by 악동 musician.
출퇴근 시간 정장 교복할 거 없이 빽빽한 지하철 안에서 모두가 하루를 시작하고 끝내지 모두가
북적북적이는 출퇴근 시간 정장 교복할 거 없이 빽빽한 내가 들어서면 이미 발디딜 틈도 없이 꽉 차버린 전동차의 풍경 그리고 앉아있는 자여 유후후 심하게 조는 자를 향한 야유후후
지하철은 세상의 축소판 지하철에서 사람들께서 스마트폰을 한 손에 쥐고 덜컹덜컹해요 비틀비틀비틀해요 게임하는 남자들 홈피하는 여자들 이어폰을 꽂고 덩실덩실하는 청년들 연인 학생 상인 모두 이곳에서 만나죠
한적한적하는 오전 10시 반여간의 방송도 생생한 시간 내가 들어서면 시원한 에어컨디셔너가 나를 반겨주시는 풍경 그리고 앉아있는 나여 유후후 쩍벌하고 앉아도 되는 이유
지하철은 세상의 축소판 지하철에서 사람들께서 스마트폰을 한 손에 쥐고 덜컹덜컹해요 비틀비틀비틀해요 게임하는 남자들 홈피하는 여자들 이어폰을 꽂고 덩실덩실하는 청년들 연인 학생 상인 모두 이곳에서 만나죠 게임하는 남자들 홈피하는 여자들 이어폰을 꽂고 덩실덩실하는 청년들 연인 학생 상인 모두 이곳에서 만나죠 북적북적이는 출퇴근 시간 정장 교복할 거 없이 빽빽한
지하철 안에서 모두가 하루를 시작하고 끝내지 모두가
Welcome back, everybody, to the show. It is 5:22 in the afternoon on a Wednesday, and we're in the middle of Quiz Master, Busan Quiz Master segment, where I'm talking about one specific subway station in Busan. I've given some hints, and we're getting lots of answers in. Let's have a look at some of the answers that we've got. We also had 한송이님 messaging in saying 반야농산물 시장 station with a question mark. Okay, it sounds like you're maybe unsure. Okay, maybe think about that as well. Neil님, welcome to the show. Sending a picture of the station and saying 이 역에서 출구 바로 앞에 꽃 가게들이 많아서 꽃 사는데 좋아요라고 하셨어요. 꿀팁이네요. Thank you very much. That's awesome to know. It's I do need to buy more flowers for sure. Who else do we have? We have 김영미님. Welcome to the show. Saying 반야농산물 시장역입니다. Lots of people seem to be very sure about this answer. Okay, I would ask you to question: is it a real station? Or did you just imagine it? I'm not gaslighting you, it could be real, but still. Keep sending them to me. 음파님 saying, 피자가 고프지만 퀴즈 포기. Don't give up. If you want it, you gotta fight for it. Oh, there's a reason they said 지하철이 없는 지역에 사는 1인이라고 하셨어요. That's kind of a blessing in a way, because maybe you'll walk more, maybe you'll take a bike more. I guess it will be less competitive to buy a house there or something like that. There's always positives, I think. Okay. I'll give you some more hints. Okay, let me have a look here. So this place is located in Seokdaedong in Haeundae-gu district. It opened on March the 30th in 2011. So it's kind of a baby station. It's only been around for 14 years. It's between Kumsayeok and Seokdaeyok. So that's a big hint, I think. The station number is 409. Okay, yeah. Han Song-nim saying, it's a real station, I swear, line 4. Okay, all right. I'm not saying anything. You could be right, you could be wrong. I can't make it too easy for you, otherwise everyone could walk away with a pizza. Keep sending your messages into pound 9050 샵 9010 cost you 101 Kakao Talk message or YouTube live message. We actually had Sang-Yun-nim who I kind of feel this. He said, yo, Nick, I'm in Seoul, the Big Apple, again for another business trip. Listening to For Your Busan while working in the Seoul office feels quite interesting. You know what? I don't go to Seoul very often. Maybe once every 2 years, or maybe once a year, once every 2 years. But I do love it because it almost feels like I'm going like on a 국제여행. I don't know why. Going to Seoul, everything feels like kind of bigger, more spaced out. It's a very different feel, but I really do enjoy it. It's got to be weird though, listening to a Busan broadcast while in Seoul. Good though you're keeping to your roots. Have a good day and hope to have you back down to Busan in a while, very soon. All right, we're going to take a song break and we'll be right back, so make sure you don't go anywhere. This is Don't Leave by Highlights.
오늘 밤도 깊어가는데 여전히 나의 맘도 살짝 공허해. You know what I'm saying. 이런저런 얘기로 좋았던 날들 그대로 Good timing, hello my friend. 원샷에 털어놓을래. 밤하늘의 별들도 잠드는 시간 우릴 떼어놓을 준비를 해도 You and I Wanna party all night 출구 없는 우리 추억에 no stop Just stay with me now Please don't leave me crazy 제발 stay where you are Don't go 다 던져버려 Stay right now 그 누가 뭐라고 해도 다 필요 없어 그대로 run 한 번 더 run Stay Listen up, yeah, feeling good, yeah 우리 느낌대로 until tomorrow 뭐든 태워버려 그냥 네가 맘먹은 대로 색깔은 좀 달라도 서로를 가득히 채워줘 그토록 바래왔던 our life 이 순간이 영원하길 밤하늘의 별들도 잠드는 시간 우릴 떼어놓을 준비를 해도 You and I Wanna party all night 출구 없는 우리 추억에 no stop Just stay with me now Please don't leave me crazy 제발 stay where you are Don't go 다 던져버려 Stay right now 그 누가 뭐라고 해도 다 필요 없어 그대로 run 한 번 더 run Stay you and me we playing 오늘만은 crazy You and me we playing 우주보다 더 높이 모두 날려버려 every day Please don't leave me crazy 제발 stay with you Don't go 다 던져버려 Stay right now 그 누가 뭐라고 해도 필요 없어
wrong, wrong. Stay, just play, 뭐든 okay. 지금만이 맘대로 run away, get away. Just say, this is okay. 오늘 아니면 돼, we just gotta play. 그 누가 뭐라고 해도 필요 없어. 그대로 wrong, wrong. 한 번 더 wrong, wrong. Stay.
Welcome back, one and all, to For Your Busan. It is 5:29 in the afternoon, and we're in the final segment of in the final moments of our Quiz Master segment. This is where I'm asking you a question about one particular subway station in Busan. Had a lot of guesses coming in. I gave a lot of hints. But I think after the first hint, everyone kind of amalgamated to one place. So let's have a look here. We have 이성철님 saying 반려농산물시장역. Thank you for your answer. We also have more people saying the same thing. We have Cecilia 정님 saying 교대역, 센텀시티역. 혹시 일부러 틀린 답을 해주시는 건가요? Because you're trying to make it seem a little bit more difficult. If you are Cecilia 정님, 감사합니다. Thank you very much. But you can say the honest answer if you think you know it. You don't have to get it wrong for me. So, lots of hints. The biggest hint being that this station is the only station with the word market or 시장 in the name. So, I'm going to give you the answer for today. Let's have a drum roll. 4호선에 위치해 있는 반려농산물 시장역입니다. Yeah, everyone got it correct. I knew it. You were all correct, of course. The 반려농산물 시장역, the market, I guess the fresh produce agricultural market there. UPD saying the 농산물 시장 is so fun. My go-to market, decent price, fresh food. Really? Okay, I might have to check it. I don't know. It's on Taosan, right? Which is it's a different system. Right? It's the one that goes to Osiriayak. Am I right? Oh no, that's... Oh! What color is Haosan? Brown?
No, blue.
Oh, that's the one that goes through Centum and Chaesongyak.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the one that comes like every 30 minutes. That's why I don't take it that often sometimes. Good line for sure, it gets you further out there. I'm going to have to check it out. I might have to do a blue line, a line 4 travel sometime, because there are so many places that I haven't been. All right, lots of people did get the correct answer. There you go. But only one person can win the prize, and we're going to give it to... 한송이님께 드리겠습니다. Ooh, 한송이님 축하드립니다. And you know what? They just sent me a picture of me on the big screen and them drinking some kind of, what is it, like a strawberry daiquiri? I don't know what that is. It's in a very posh glass. You look like you're relaxing, saying, I'm back home watching For Your Busan with a bigger size. That's awesome. That's great. It's like, it's 좀 부담스러워요 watching me on the big screen. I'm taking up your whole living room. Hello. But congratulations. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I hope that made you happy. These days I like seeing your messages coming in quite often. 상윤님 saying, 농산물 시장 is top choice, especially if you want to get some fruit box sets for 추석 or 설날. Oh, that's a good idea, actually. That's also a 꿀팁인 것 같아요. Usually, if I think of one of those sets, I think of the big, 백화점 that sells it for ridiculously high prices. Like, who buys 전복 for like 20만 원? Do you? Do you, UPD? That's crazy, right? So, I'm sure these will have better prices. Thank you for the 꿀팁, 상윤님. And 한송이님 saying, wow, congratulations. And everyone, you're all winners in my eyes. Only one of you got the pizza, though. So if you want to potentially win, though, don't worry. Just try your luck every day. We have a quiz going on all the time. So try your luck. It's a bit of fun, really. All right, everyone. The time is now 5:32 in the afternoon. Coming up next is Melissa. Don't go anywhere.
Tune in to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
The Korea Broadcast Advertising Cooperation (KOBACO) is offering support for the production of broadcast advertisements for innovative small and medium-sized enterprises. Up to 45 million Korean won is available for television advertisements and up to 3 million Korean won for radio advertisements. Applications will be accepted until 6 p.m. on June 2nd. For more information, please visit the KOBACO website. We appreciate your interest.
Welcome everyone to For Your Busan and welcome to Melissa for 무물보. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I could be better.
Why?
I made a stupid decision today.
Uh-oh.
I switched to decaf. How stupid. Who switches to decaf on a Wednesday? Me?
Why did you switch?
That was a bad idea. I don't know. I was thinking, there are so many people in this world who are like, don't drink so much caffeine. Caffeine is bad for you. You can't sleep at night. Stop drinking so much caffeine. And I listen to them.
Because you can't sleep at night?
Big mistake. No, I can sleep.
Then don't take their advice.
Right? Stop listening to people who tell you to stop drinking fully caffeinated beverages. They're lying to you. You will regret it, just like me.
I'm currently drinking a nicely caffeinated beverage. So
I'm jealous.
I have no regrets right now. Before we dive in, I want to ask you today's text topic, which is describing yourself in 2 words. A lot of people have said like energetic, introverted, extroverted. How would you describe yourself? And you can be honest, you can be positive or honest, whatever.
The first thing that pops into my mind, it was what my older sister told me about myself many years ago. And she said I'm animated.
Oh, that's a good word. That's like interesting.
I think it's not interesting. It means I have an interesting face, right? My face is always moving.
Well, in the way that when you say interesting, it means peculiar or strange. In the way animated, it means you're kind of odd.
This food is interesting. You're
Right.
saying I'm interesting in a bad way.
Yeah.
I am insulted.
But animated,
How insulting.
animated is like it's like she's saying a nice way of saying you're local, right? You're like all over the place.
I thought it meant I'm very expressive.
Yeah. But she's being nice,
Okay.
like interesting.
Okay.
I would say
so
animated
you have,
is good.
I would say like a negative spin. I'm trying to put a little
no.
positive spin on it.
I think animated
All
is a
right.
great word to describe you. That's only one. What's the second one?
That's only one. Man, because of my poor caffeine choices, I would say tired.
Tired.
Overall,
And animated.
tired.
Okay, overall, feeling today is tired.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think just in general, it's kind of surprising how young you still are in age when you start to feel tired, right? Like I didn't expect to feel, this level of tired till I was, 50s, something.
I know.
That's always surprising, because my Grams, she lived to be Korean age 99.
Wow.
And she was out there, she's cleaning her windows, she cleaned her freezer herself, all these things. And then there's me, obviously not 99, like, 피곤해요.
But maybe she went through that.
Maybe.
She went through the tiredness. She's just good at hiding it.
Maybe. She was spunky. That's how I would describe my grandmother.
That's
she was
an interesting
spunky.
word, for sure.
Very
That's a good
spunky.
word. Yeah. That's great. And it seems to run in your family. I would say very positive, like lively, and, you bring up the 분위기, right, which is good. Which is good.
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it in this show. Right? So this is exactly that kind of show where we kind of bring you interesting, I'd say thought-provoking, to a certain degree, ideas and concepts, and we find interesting answers. Oh, we had Han Song-Nim saying I would go energy-giving for Melissa.
Oh, why, thank you. That's a very good one.
It is, energy. That's what I said, isn't it?
You said weird.
She just said it better.
Interesting.
She said it better.
Yeah,
than
much
me.
better.
All right.
Study, Nick.
All right.
Study.
I apologize. So, what is this segment all about?
Well, it doesn't matter if you're in Busan, Seoul, or another city across the world because people pretty much deal with similar problems everywhere, and we tackle those problems head on. But we offer not one, not two, but 3 options for dealing with the problem. One piece of advice will hopefully be good, one will probably be bad, and one will be absolutely ridiculous. However, listeners, we're going to leave it up to you to decide which piece of advice is good, bad, or ridiculous. So send in your comments and let us know. Or if you've got advice for this situation, send it in. Let us know as well.
You can send your messages to pound 9050, sharp 9050 to cost you 101, Kakao message or YouTube live comment. Any opinions you have about the subject, feel free to send it. Be honest. You know, it can be totally honest. Don't hold back. We can take it. Melissa can take it. So, tell us the problem. What is the situation?
All right. So, first of all, some background. This was asked by a married 30-something-year-old woman in the United States. This is 미국 사람, but listeners, I think this will sound extremely familiar to those of us in Korea. Okay, this woman's husband has 3 siblings, and years ago, the woman's husband and his 3 siblings, they agreed to give their parents $100 each per month, totaling $400 to help this woman's parents-in-law, 부모님, to pay their bills.
Right.
Everything's going fine until this woman's husband lost his job.
Okay.
Since then, it's been this woman's income only, and it seems a little bit desperate because the husband has been selling plasma. 혈장 팔아요. For them to get by financially. So this 혈장 팔아요. In Korea, I heard this is illegal.
Selling your plasma?
Yes, but in America, this is actually something you can do. You can.
Is it like blood donation?
Yes, but blood you have to donate. Plasma in the U.S. you can sell it to make money. Yes, so that's why this is possible. Because again, this is 미국 사람. So due to their financial problems, the woman wants to temporarily stop giving 10만 원, but with the exchange rate, it's actually more like 15만 원 용돈 to 부모님. She wants to stop.
You know, it's tough. It does sound reasonable because it's not like they have the money and they're just being stingy. They can't get by themselves, and you have to look after your own tribe before you can start helping others. I think if you physically do not have the money, what are you going to do?
Right. But the 3 other siblings see this woman and her husband still going on vacations. So they got angry and accused them of being selfish and just spending money on themselves. But the woman said their vacations are actually just trips to visit other family members and friends. So they stay for free at the other people's homes, and the transportation costs to see these other people and stay at their homes, it's 100% paid for using credit card points, like the mileage they cash in.
Okay.
So out-of-pocket costs are very limited. So the married 30-something-year-old woman, she wants to know, is she being selfish? Does she need to give her in-laws 용돈 even if she has no extra money to give?
It should be the other way around if you have no money, right? 내가 돈이 없으면 내가 용돈 어떻게 주죠?
Yes.
I physically don't have the money. But if you do have the money, it's the different question. And it's a common problem.
Right.
And especially in Korean culture where it's very common for kids to give the parents money to help support them.
Absolutely.
So this person was asking for advice. Now, you are going to be the advice giver, Melissa. You give us 3 types of answers that could be done in this situation. Good, bad, ridiculous. So let's list the 3 types of advice first so our listeners can follow along.
Yes, so we'll start out very general and we'll get more specific in a little bit. So here's the 3 pieces of advice. Number 1, use a family group chat to preemptively ask everyone else for money.
So use the family chat with the brothers and the sisters and the parents in it and say, 돈 좀 주세요.
Yes.
난 돈이 없어.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's option 1. Option number 2. Continue with your life as it is, but make sure not to keep up your appearance.
What do you mean by not keep up your appearance.
So, Nick, did you brush your hair today?
No, I haven't brushed my hair in years.
Great. Continue as you are.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Oh,
Do not maintain your physical appearance. Don't wash your face. Don't wash your hair. Don't brush your hair. Don't wash your clothes.
Is this to show that my life has now come to the point where I can't afford to do these things?
Yes.
So is it like an act, a facade?
Yes.
Okay, so okay, continue with things like 돈이 없어, 샤워도 못 하고, 밥도 못 먹고, 어떡해. Okay, 불쌍하게. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
That's option 2. Option number 3, put 100% of the situation's communication on your husband since it is his family.
Okay, 100% of the situation's communication on your husband since it's his family. So do you just stay out of it, or
yes,
you just make your husband deal with it? I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want to do with it. Okay. Okay. Well, I think our producer said that if it was her, she would express love through spending more time instead of money. Yeah.
Yes, because some people say time is money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
because, time is very, very valuable. And
sure.
money comes and goes, but you can never get time back.
What would you do, everyone, in this situation? So basically, you've got to give your parents-in-law money, but now you've lost your job, or your family, your husband has lost his job, and you can't give any more money. What do you do in this situation? 이 시부모님께 용돈을 드려야 하는데 재정 상황이 충분하지 않을 때 어떻게 하면 될까요? So, what would you do in this situation personally?
Well, before we talk about us, shall we dive in deeper?
Oh, there's more to the
with some
story.
details.
Okay.
So, not more to the question, but more to the advice. So, the first piece of advice, remember, was use a family group chat to preemptively ask everyone else for money.
Okay,
right?
가족 단톡에 이렇게 돈 달라고 물어보는 거죠. 달라고 하는 거죠. Give me money. 돈 주세요.
Yes. So in this case, I would not mention anything about the monthly $100 in-laws 용돈 situation. Don't mention it.
Okay.
Instead, just ask in this group chat with everybody there for a fairly large but not ridiculous sum of money. I'm thinking $1,000, like 100만 원, 150만 원, something like this.
For, just to help me because I lost my job?
Well, so if a family member, like one of the 3 siblings, if they offer you that money, great. Take the money, use it to continue to pay that $100 monthly allowance to the in-laws until your husband can find another job.
Okay.
But if they refuse to give you a loan, you're still a winner. Because now everyone in the family thinks your financial situation is really dire, right?
Yeah.
엄청 힘들어요. And then they're probably going to stop asking you to pay that monthly parental allowance for a while. So either way, win-win.
It's sad that you have to resort to this with your family, though, right? I would hope in a good situation, I could say, hey, I lost my job. And they'll be like, hey, no worries, let us help you. But I guess it's not like that here. We have 한송이님 saying, option 3 for me, and say honestly to my parents-in-law about our economic situation. For sure. Honesty is the best policy. So to reiterate, to remind you, the options, the 보기는 1번, 가족 단톡에 돈 달라고 한다. 2번, 평소대로 행동한다. But kind of like, you're saying like not keeping up appearances, right? But kind of like, 겸손하게, I guess, like don't spend money.
Yes.
Or something else, 남편의 가족이니까 남편에게 해결하라고 한다. Now I think 한송이님 said number 3, but I feel like for me, if you're married, you're a team. You have to do this together. Or, well, if it's my wife's parents, I would say, can you deal with it a little bit?
Oh, what a double standard. If it's my parents, let's do it together. If it's your parents, good luck.
제가
I'm
옆에서
out.
조용히 응원할게요.
Oh, okay. So we're not going for option 2. Option 2 was to keep doing what you're doing. Wife is working, husband keeps looking for a job, donating plasma, I guess, as long as that's safe. I think they should continue traveling. personally, because online commenters, they already mentioned in this situation, you cannot pay your in-laws in credit card mileage.
Yes, exactly.
It's pretty weird. Use the points to maintain relationships with family and friends. But personally, I think image is an issue here. So make sure when you visit someone, I would say don't post travel photos online where brothers or sisters-in-law can see them. And this is the important part, the part you picked up on, Nick. Make sure to dress poorly around your in-laws. I mean, don't be like smelly. Wash your clothes, but look terrible. Look haggard. No under-eye concealer. Do not stain treat those clothes.
손톱도 깎지 말고.
You know, like a 90s grunge revival, but not in a trendy way.
Okay, so
right?
you got to sell that you have no money.
Yes.
Okay, for sure. I can understand that. That would definitely be an option, but I wouldn't want to live like that. You know, it reminds me of, there's a story, you know, these like crypto scammers, right? They steal all this crypto money and they get caught because they post it all on social media.
Oh,
suddenly these people who had no money are buying cars and houses, and it raises suspicions. And I think in this case as well, you start living the lavish life, suspicions are going to be raised.
Right. Sometimes you have to look the part. So, if people in your family think you're making too much money, then dress like you are not making too much money.
Yeah. I mean, I always dress like this anyway, so I walk around, people are going to think, oh,
so nobody's going to ask you for money. Yeah, when was the last time your family asked you for money, Nick?
My parents don't ask me for money.
Okay, so see, maybe that's part of it. You're not dressing extra fancy schmancy.
Maybe. If they were ever in need, of course I would.
Okay.
You know, but I think it's also a cultural thing as well, you know, between Western culture and Korean culture a lot of the time. So what was the next advice?
The final piece of advice was for this woman who married into this 부모님 용돈 situation to 100% stay out of it. All the money-related conversations should go through the husband because it's his siblings who are upset. It's his parents who get the money. He's the one also who's not working. Therefore, if fights or family drama happens, it needs to be him dealing with it. So basically, all the family stuff is filtered through the husband. He's the one running interference to protect his wife, and probably the much more fragile relationship between 며느리 and 부모님 with I don't know what kind of siblings, but it could be 아주버님 or 도련님 or 아가씨 or, you know, whatever the brother-sister situation is, husband needs to get in front of it.
Okay.
That's advice number 3.
It sounds like 막장 drama or something. It's like crazy right now. We have 만학도 영어님 saying, 저 같으면 시 부모님께 직접 사정을 말씀드리고 시 부모님께 다른 형제들에게는 저에게서 용돈을 받고 있다고 말해달라고 부탁할 것 같아요. That's a really long sentence for sure. Basically just explain your situation to them and say your other brothers are getting money from me, even though they're not, and then I'd accept more, ask for more money. Is that what it is? That's also quite a confusing sentence, I think, for sure. Yeah, but thank you for your input. Okay. All right then. So these are the options. Now, Melissa, your choice.
Yes, so I am a firm believer in number 3, running interference for the person that you are married to. And so that's why I personally don't understand married people who say they like going to their own parents' house to relax.
Okay.
And I feel like, relax? What do you mean relax? Like, sure, I'm happy to see my mom, but I'm not going to relax and risk my husband getting mixed up into some family drama. It's my family. It's my job to protect him as much as possible from any problems or ridiculousness. And, you know, it could be something as simple as meal prep, or, you know, making sure he's interacting with people he's comfortable interacting with on his own, making up excuses for him why he has to or can't do something. I feel like that's on me. And that's why. When I go to the U.S., I sleep like 5 hours a night, max. Because running interference.
For sure.
Yes.
So what 만학도 영어님 was saying is that she was acts as if she's giving 용돈 to the 시부모님, but then ask the 형제들 not to tell them that she's actually not giving out the money. This is like a web of lies right here. I have no idea what's going on.
Sometimes that's what you got to do.
한송이님 says, I believe the key is that both partners agree about these kinds of problems. Yeah, that's what marriage is about, for sure.
Yes.
Melissa, thank you so much for bringing us these. These are real situations that happen, and maybe it's good that you didn't become a therapist or a counselor.
Probably. I think so.
Or actually, people might go to you for the 엉뚱한 answers, for the kind of off-the-wall answers.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, sometimes you need a ridiculous solution for a ridiculous problem.
I totally agree.
Right?
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure as always, and I look forward to next week's segment.
Yes, absolutely. And if you have a question you'd like us to talk about on a future 무물보, head on over to our website, befm.or.kr. Look for our show's community page under For Your Busan. Type out 무물보 questions. We might just answer them on a future show.
For sure. All right then, everyone. The time is now 5:54 in the afternoon. We've come to the end of Hump Day. Tomorrow is Thursday, so come join me for some great segments, more prizes. It's going to be a good day, and hopefully the weather will be nice too. All right, everyone, we're going to wrap things up. The show was produced by Kim Yoon, written by Hong Kyung-hwa. I've been your host, Nick. Our final song is going to be Written in the Stars by John Legend and Wendy. Have a wonderful evening.
Seems like we've been here before. Your eyes are seeing straight right through my core. It's kinda strange, but I like it. Ain't no reason trying to fight it. Yeah, might be deja vu. First time we met, but I remember you. We were creeping in the nighttime, maybe in another lifetime.
Don't tell me you don't feel what I feel right now. Ooh, it's written all over you. Don't tell me you don't feel what I feel somehow. Ooh, I keep finding my way back to you. You can go anywhere, babe, wherever you want, because I know we're written in the stars. You can go any which way, no matter how far, because I know we're written in the stars. Da 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 da. No question that we're written in the stars. Yeah. The moment you looked at me, I started losing feeling in my cheeks. Felt myself moving towards you. I just wanted to get closer. Oh, when you say hello,
Your Bridge to the World. BEFM 부산영어방송.
Hi everyone, I'm Catherine from Morning Wave in Busan. Do you turn into a hideous monster every time you're behind the wheel? Feeling a little guilty? Well, Busan drivers ranked the lowest in a national survey for driving behavior. But if we practice good driving etiquette, we can all become gentler beings. Here are 2 things to keep in mind. First up, when you're changing lanes, make sure to use your blinker. And second, although I do love getting text messages